Welcome to another video from me, the Bard in 5 minutes. The Bard, who can be seen as the epic support guy, mainly uses bow and arrow to pierce down his enemies, supported by powerful dots and your rotation being strung together with 3 different songs that each demand a somehow different playstyle. To unlock the Bard, you have to start as an archer at the Archers Guild in New Gudania. Above that, his combat system is very fast, and with a lot of your rotation depending on procs and RNG, but that can be increased by a high crit value. While having an insanely progressive personal DPS, the Bard's best feature will naturally be his incredible group support and utility, not only for group damage but on the defensive department as well. Inside of any tier rankings, he's on the highest tier, because of his amazing synergy with the Dragoon and for supporting healers and other DPS alike, while initiating a solid personal damage. Even when falling behind the Mechanist on a very high Savage level, he boosts the group to an even higher state that cannot be compensated in any case except our floor tanking mate. In best cases, you will have both at your side. For best in slot and gearing recommendations, the Bard is a little exception, because he is so heavily depending on a high crit rating that in some cases, after choosing the highest weapon damage, you should pick the item with 10 to max 20 item level lower, when it features a much higher crit gain. Crit has a synergy with each of your song's stances, and above that is boosted by them in turn. After ensuring that lofty crit rating, you should directly turn your eyes on direct hit, for its synergy with battle voice and being a good stat anyways. Because of having different combat systems inside of each song's stance, let us take an overview first. 2 things each of them have in common are a permanent 2% crit boost while the song is active, and every song has a unique passive synergy with every critical dot hit or active one by the use of Imperial Arrow. Wanderer's Minuet, your bursting phase where all the heavy decision making and priority management is demanded, has 3 stacks that are granted by dot crits or Imperial Arrow, which gives you access to pitch perfect a heavy OGCD attack with its highest damage used under 3 stacks. Mage's Ballad, which should always be chosen for AoE situations, and where your goal is to push out as many Bloodletters or Rain of Deaths as possible, whose recast timers reset when a dot critical hits or when Imperial Arrow is used. And last but not least, Army's Paeon, which increases your attack speed by 4% for each stack triggered by the same procedure as the others. While you want to make sure to use Wanderer and Mage for its full duration, you should interrupt Army when every needed CD for Wanderer is ready again. That may be about 20 seconds. So returning to Wanderer, which is our starting point of the rotation. Okay, not exactly, previously some preparations need to be made using a potion and precasting for Requiem on 3 seconds of the countdown with Refresh. Then applying Stormbite, and now make sure to put every cooldown or buff into the sequence between each weapon skill, while not wasting one of them, meaning to use Bloodletter and Raging Strikes first, then the second dot followed by Wanderer and Imperial Arrow, followed by your crit boost Straight Shot, again followed by Battle Voice. Now your full arsenal is generated to snapshot your dots with Iron Jaws. Snapshotting means that it boosts them with all of your buffs you have at that time to be buffed over its full duration. Here another important tip, before Raging Strikes or the potion wears off, try to snapshot them another time. Now everything is prepared for fishing a Refulgent Arrow with Heavy Shot. Use it with Barrage and to get rid of Sidewinder and possible pitch perfects while doing so. If ending up on 4 remaining seconds of Raging Strikes without a Refulgent Arrow proc, use Imperial Arrow with Barrage and make sure to snapshot your dots again with Iron Jaws. Then use every pitch perfect and also do a 1 or 2 stack version if your Wanderer is wearing off, and finally switch to Mage's Ballad. This and Army are quite self-explanatory, so just smash in every proc you got while making sure to never let the straight shot buff and your dots run off. And maybe, if full on MP, use your Foe's Requiem again just before re-entering your Wanderer. Defensively, make sure to use Troubadour situational according to the buff your group is needing, Nature's Minne on tanks or floor tanks, and dispel debuffs from yourself or others with Warden's Paeon, while reducing your enmity with Tactician from time to time while granting another TP region. All these phenomenal abilities make the Bard a powerhouse of versatility, and the only thing he is still missing is a raising spell and a saxophone. Thank you all for watching, and we see us in the next video. Until then, take care.